What do I think that the non-Lord of the Mysteries fans will think about the anime? Well, if I'm being totally honest, I don't think it's going to be a very great reception. Initially, that is. I think episode 1 will be loved by everybody, but when it gets to around episode 4, I bet you a lot of people will start to call it boring. And that is because of the sheer amount of world building that this story has. There is zero doubt in my mind that it will push off a lot of the newcomers. I mean, we saw this happen once already with that time I got reincarnated as a slime. That show, no doubt, does super well and continues to do super well, but the most recent season got quite a lot of hate. And that is because a lot of this season spent its time world building. So when you look at that and then you compare it to a story that is no doubt great, but the first 100 and something chapters are practically simply world building, it doesn't get a good mix for your average anime watcher who only wants to see fights or fan service. And yet another example, this new episode of Solo Leveling where Sung Jin-woo may or may not give his mom the elixir of life, and she may or may not wake up and he may or may not be crying, ended up getting the most dislikes for a Solo Leveling episode this season. It shows you just how much as a society that our dopamine receptors are all messed up and all we want to see is fights. So a story like Lord of the Mysteries that lacks fights for quite a while will no doubt not perform insanely well, but might honestly be looked at as something like Ran Kaminohashi's Forbidden Deductions, where it's good but it's not world-shattering good. But overall, I think that even in the boring parts, this Lord of the Mysteries animation will carry it so far because it looks like they are putting genuine passion and work into this anime or donghua. And I plan to make a video here in the future going a little more in depth on everything, so drop a sub.